Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pause with Polly in the season of Lent. Today's Tuesday, March 11th, and the message we have for today is being faithful in small ways. And we start with Luke 16:10. Whoever is faithful in a very little is faithful also in much. Whoever is dishonest in a very little is dishonest also in much. And this particular verse appears in Luke's account of Jesus telling the parable of the dishonest manager, the unjust steward, where Jesus is teaching about trustworthiness and the proper use of worldly resources. So let's focus one more time on the word faithfulness and what does it mean to be faithful? Faithfulness is often seen as reliability or trustworthiness, but at its core, it's about alignment between our values, our actions, and our presence. It is not perfection, it's consistency. It's choosing moment by moment to stay connected to what truly matters, whether that's in relationships, in commitments, or personal integrity. Faithfulness is about showing up consistently in the big and small moments, not only when it's convenient. And we can even bring to mind those friends of ours that we consider faithful, these friends who are with us when we are celebrating our wins, they are there with us. We are going through struggles, they are there with us. And they just remain present even when we are in our moments of being quiet or there's nothing much happening in our lives. These are the friends where we have a friendship with that it's not based on conditions and appearances, but it's a friendship rooted in trust and consistency and genuine care. We can bring the idea of faithfulness and faithful when we think of these friends, and we can feel in here in our hearts what it is when we connected to these friends and the moments we've lived together. So the thing is that faithfulness often isn't flashy with lots of glitter. It's not about being noticed. It's about being anchored in what truly matters one more time. And it's about when no one is watching and you're still there being. And it's about being there even like when there's nothing to gain. It is just because that's you, that's who you are. And Jesus' words reminds us that faithfulness Jesus' words remind us that faithfulness starts small. It's not about waiting for the big moment to prove our character. It's in the way we speak to people. It's in the way we look at the person in front of the mirror. It's the way we nurture our inner life, the tiny choices that we make every day. And over the time, these small acts, they shape who we are, creating the kind of steady foundation from which love, kindness, and grace can flourish. When I think of all this, it brings to my mantra that I usually use daily. It's like, who do I choose to be today? And how do I choose to show up? Who do I choose to be, and how do I choose to show up? And it's every day, every moment, anchoring it for any time, for our journey, for our walk. It is good, isn't it? So can you think of a small act of a faithfulness that someone has shown you recently? Maybe somebody that has held the door for you, or somebody a friend maybe that called you, texted you when you needed to be seen, to be heard. It really reminds me of when I'm saying this of a friend, because my mom, talking to her these days, she mentioned of a text message that she received, and it was so soothing for her, and it was so unexpected. And her telling me that made me be grateful for the person who wrote that message for her, and also I was grateful for her seeing how she was feeling. It's the ripple effect. It just grows also when we are paying attention. And then, what is one small act of faithfulness that you can offer today? It doesn't have to be big. Maybe just a kind word, an act of generosity, a deep listening, deep and activity listening. Just be there, listen to understand, not to respond. And simply remember that faithfulness isn't about waiting for the right time, waiting for the right moment. It's simply about choosing to show up right now in the little ways that matter. And when you are walking your way, think of one small way you can embody faithfulness today, one small way you can embody faithfulness tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after. How can you embody faithfulness in your life? I bring my mantra: who do I choose to be? How do I choose to show up? But maybe you have your own, and how can you make it more present? At times we need the most, they will just be there for us because we have been practicing daily. Thank you for being here. Grateful for this moment together. And I'll see you next. Make it a great day.